Have you ever wondered what it really means to love? Not the love you desperately seek in others, but the love that comes from within, like a light that illuminates everything you touch. This is the story of Emanuel, a model of authentic love, capable of transforming the world around him with the simplicity of his heart. On this magical Christmas night, let yourself be inspired by his journey, a story that speaks of hope, connection, and the joy of living with authentic love. On a clear December night, under a sky studded with stars, Emanuel was born. His coming into the world was simple, almost silent, but around him it seemed that everything had begun to vibrate with a new harmony. His mother, with eyes full of love and gratitude, held him to her chest, while his father, a man of few words but profound gestures, lit a candle in the small room, illuminating it with a warm light. The village where Emanuel was born was a modest place, but full of stories and traditions. The winters were harsh, yet every heart found warmth in human relationships. From an early age, Emanuel showed an extraordinary ability to see the world through different eyes. While other children played and ran, he stopped to observe the details: the snow that settled delicately on the branches, the sound of the wind that whispered secrets between the houses, and the faces of the people, often marked by fatigue, but also by hope. As he grew up, Emanuel developed a rare awareness. He understood that love was not something to be sought outside, but an inexhaustible source within oneself. He began to cultivate his heart with care, like a gardener who takes the time to nourish the soil before planting a seed. His happiness did not depend on others, but overflowed towards them. The villagers soon noticed it. Emanuel had a unique way of being with people. He listened without judging, he spoke without imposing, and his smile, sincere and bright, seemed to dissolve fears and resentments. He did not offer solutions, but with his presence he showed a simple truth: everything we need is already within us. One day, a wise old man from the village watched him help a child up after he fell. He approached him and said, "Emanuel, what makes you so different from others?" He smiled and replied, "I'm not different, I've just learned to love every part of me, even the parts one once wanted to hide." And when you love yourself, loving others becomes natural. This response spread like a gentle wind among the inhabitants. Little by little, even the most reserved people began to feel the effect of his presence. Not because Emanuel made grand gestures, but because his example was contagious. When someone felt lost, Emanuel did not offer solutions, but guided them to look inside themselves, showing how change starts. Always from the heart. Once, during a particularly harsh winter, an elderly neighbor found herself without firewood to keep warm. Emanuel, without making a sound, gathered bundles of wood and brought them to her door. The woman, moved, asked him how she could thank him. He replied, "By living your next day with gratitude. It is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world." The years passed, and Christmas became the moment when Emanuel brought even more light into the life of the village. He organized meetings where everyone shared a story, a wish, or even just a smile. It was never a grand celebration, but his spirit transformed everything into something special. The party was no longer just an event, but an experience that awakened in everyone the desire to be better, to love more. But Emanuel's true gift was to inspire the future. His vision went beyond the village and beyond the present time. He knew that every action done with love would create invisible ripples that would spread powerfully. He often said, "One day, when I am no longer here, my wish is that people remember that every moment is an opportunity to choose love. Not as an obligation, but as a privilege." When asked if he never felt tired of giving, he replied, "You can't exhaust something that comes from within. Love is an infinite source, you just have to have the courage to draw from it." And so, his life became an example for many, not only in his village but also beyond. Emmanuel's story crossed borders, told by those who found inspiration in him. But for Emmanuel, the real magic was not in large numbers or in extraordinary feats, but in small daily gestures. For him, a simple hug could change the course of a day, and a moment of shared silence could heal wounds that words could not touch. In the end, what Emmanuel taught the world was not just a way of life, but a choice to love every day, first ourselves and then everything around us. Not because it was easy, but because it was the only way to true happiness. And in this choice, Emmanuel found the true essence of Christmas, not a moment, but a state of mind, which illuminates every corner of time and space with the light of eternal love. Thank you for sharing this special story with us. May Emmanuel's message accompany and inspire you this Christmas and beyond, helping you rediscover the light and love you carry within you. From all of us at Empower Hour, a sincere wish for serenity, love and joy. Merry Christmas!